What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Announcement from Benjamin C. Steele talking to you about wearing a mask. Not this one, but this one. With everything going on right now with this pandemic, you need to wear a mask. My mask is for your safety, your mask is for mine.
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Just pro wrestling news podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. It is the Monday Mayhem Show. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, ready to talk some wrestling with you on this wonderful Monday. And we have a multiverse of mayhem for you tonight in opinions and such. Oh, whoa, this something's going weird over here. Sorry, I have a window like pulsating on my computer. It's freaking me out. But also here too, a strange doctor of mayhem himself. He's dealing in mayhem with a future endeavor letter from the WWE. He is mad, Mike.
Louie! Oh no! Hey, you gotta go! Sorry, Sports Fuck was good tonight. King Louie.
We
okay. Represent King Louie.
Oh, this is a Sports Puck thing. I should probably know since I live in Pittsburgh, and I think this
Sports Puck.
I'm pretty sure whatever he's celebrating up there in Beacon, New York, occurred about 3 miles from me right now. So
yeah. Yeah, so spoiler alert, the first hour and a half, hour 45 minutes of Raw, I did not watch, except on fast-forward mode.
You know what I did tonight? I actually watched, well, first, before I get to this, is there a Lego update this week, Mike?
Oh, there is a... Sorg, you have a very important decision to make.
I do, okay. Is this?
Yes.
Oh, is this the next build decision that we do from
This is
time
the
to
next
time?
build decision, Sorg.
Okay, what we got here?
All right, so I have a bit of a confession. I've never owned any Lego Star Wars toys. Last week was May the 4th, and I did a bad thing, Sorg.
Uh-oh.
I mean, maybe not a bad thing, but Sorg, you have 3 choices here, okay? And this is gonna be great for the audio listeners. So I'm going to describe what each one is. First, we have the Death Star Trench Run set that is awesome and has like X-wings and TIE fighters and shit.
Ooh.
Secondly, we have the Dagobah Jedi training set with Yoda and Luke Skywalker. Spoiler alert, Yoda is a Jedi. And the third option...
Wait, did you just spoiler alert Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah, sure. You never know.
I mean, everybody's had about like 30 years to watch it, but okay.
You never know, Sorg.
No, you don't. You really don't. You'd be surprised.
No, you never know. And the third option is the trash compactor.
Trash compactor.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay.
I have something to show and tell too. It's not a.
By the way, Sorg.
Yes.
Sorg, the trash compactor actually compacts.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Fantastic. Hey, I got something that I just built real quick here off air.
Whoa! Oh shit! Did you trap Spider-Man bad guys in there?
Oh, and I think I didn't complete building it. Oh, there we go. There it is.
There
a
we
little
go.
hole. There, that's where you. It was built as a popcorn bucket. But they did.
That's a popcorn bucket?
Yeah, but they just kind of gave it to you and then a bucket of popcorn. So it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, Sorg, can you get me one of those?
I already got Chilla one of those for Awesome Cast. That's why I knew about them.
Oh.
And they were. I was like, how are these going fast? He's like, yeah, we had like 70 some of these, and they're not gonna last through the night. And I went to like the 4:30 showing and got a second one afterwards for Chilla. So yeah, this is the that cubey thingy from the spoiler alert. This is the cube thingy from the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Sorg, if you ever see it again, I will Venmo you money for it.
Okay. Well, yeah,
Please
I have a feeling
because I will put all of my Lego Spider-Man villains in there, like all of their souls are trapped.
That seems like a good idea. I mean, I think they fit in here. There we go. There you go. Look, I'm in the multiverse. I'm in the multiverse. I'm so strange. Is that how it works?
Sure.
Is that how that movie went?
Sure.
Hold on a second.
By the way, we are going to talk about it, but we are not going to talk about it until later because Tina hasn't seen the movie yet.
Oh.
So we are going to be respectful of Tina Keys in the chat. But we will talk about it later, and we will give ample spoiler alert for Multiverse of Madness.
I need to put this somewhere where it's seen. I think I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on here. What the hell?
I have no idea, Sorg.
We'll just put an arm's length over here. There, I'll put my. Okay.
Oh no!
Here we go. I actually didn't end up watching Raw. Well, I watched a little. Actually, I watched a little bit of the last hour of Raw. But I did watch most of Backlash.
Oh, why?
Well,
why? It was not good.
I was watching Under Siege last night, not the Steven Seagal film, and I fell asleep to it. Not because of the show, but because of I had a weekend, which we'll get into.
Oh, Tina's seen it. She took a mental health day from work. I love it. Okay, good.
All right. It wasn't a bad show. I mean, by itself, I was not excited. I had a lot of stuff kind of go topsy-turvy for me this weekend, and I decided to, again, kind of a mental health day, take my time coming back from Detroit, spend some time with my mother for Mother's Day, and spend time with my best friend here in town. And, and just we're just doing this. And nothing about Backlash says I really have to watch this. I was going to watch it with somebody, and I was like, hey, man, I think I'm going to skip this one for now. But I kind of wanted to see what happened, and I was actually I kind of liked what I saw.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
Again, I almost fell asleep several times during Backlash.
and again, I fell asleep, and it was like I was falling asleep during the good points of Under Siege, so I need to go back and finish Under Siege. I still feel weird saying that title in general. So, but anyways, it did seem. a strangely put together show. I skipped the Happy Corbin match. I watched most of the rest of it. The main event was fun and putting over Roman, and I love that they're talking about Roman in this, like, the only people with longer title reigns are like Bruno, Hulk, and was there like a third one maybe?
Hogan.
But Hogan, Bruno, and I don't know where they are. Backlund maybe, perhaps.
Backlund, yeah, probably.
So, no, I appreciate that. You know what they did with the main event. The kind of put, you know, the Bloodline as this giant unstoppable force. You know, that I'm sure Cody's gonna break down. But the Cody Seth match was tremendous.
Yeah. Yeah, the show peaked real early.
It really did. I enjoyed Edge and AJ. I like the reveal with Rhea coming in there. Even though, you know, she bought a really cheap costume at Spencer Gifts, I guess, to make her run in.
I wish that we had just done the tag team, and then you still could have had the reveal of Rhea.
Yeah, you could have, but the whole, you know, what's the tag team? Who's AJ partnering with?
Finn.
All right, they did tease
Finn
that
Balor.
last week. Yeah, Finn Balor.
Yeah, and he came out at Backlash.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he sure did.
Okay, I was definitely
because Damian Priest was barred from ringside, but then he stood right in the aisleway, which
to make sure,
you know, is still technically ringside.
Okay.
And then Finn Balor came out and attacked Damian Priest, and it led to.
I was also still working on things while I was watching Backlash, so
that's okay. That's fair.
I was not 100% into it.
I wasn't 100% into it too. You can ask. We had a little chat in Facebook last night. I was dozing during at least half the matches.
Yeah, I get it.
Because just like
I get it.
Like there was nothing for that show.
No.
There was nothing like that was a house show.
I enjoyed the Ronda and Charlotte match.
I enjoyed the match. Doesn't mean I have to like the winner.
Well, you don't have to give a shit about the women. Well, that sounds like okay.
Wow.
Nobody clipped that one. You don't have to give a shit about the people involved.
No, the match was fine, but then the thing I hate about Ronda's matches, and I think I pinpointed this, there's just a certain point where she just decides to stop selling everything.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and then Charlotte did it too, which made it even worse.
Sting. So does Kyle O'Reilly. So does, I mean, that's just where they're rolling with it, right? She needs to be seen as a badass, you know? I mean, that's her thing, is being the badass.
I'm sorry, if she's not over as a badass already, she's terrible at her fucking job.
Well, I think she is, but I mean, that doesn't mean you stop being a badass. So I don't, you know, no, I enjoyed it. I love that she had her in the hold and said no, and she said, "I was hoping you'd say that, bitch." I don't know. That popped me. But I was probably numb by that point.
I may stop watching SmackDown for a while.
I'm trying to watch SmackDown, but anyways.
No, because I don't want to see Ronda as champ ever again.
Yeah,
she's fucking terrible at every aspect of this job, and she's gonna she's gonna have a stranglehold on it until WrestleMania.
You think? You think they'll do that with her? Because
absolutely, because they're building to Ronda versus Becky.
Okay, all right. In the meantime,
and honestly, I like Roman, but SmackDown with two top of the card champions who have no intention of losing anytime soon doesn't interest me at all. Okay. It doesn't interest me at all.
Nothing in the story is going to bring you around.
No, not really, because who are they going to put against Ronda? Who? Alexa returned on Raw.
It's going to be. I mean, will Sasha lose the singles belt and come through?
Sasha's a tag team champion.
Yeah, that's right. She has to lose the belt in order. She doesn't even have to, because they've done this before, where they're just kind of pause the tag team situation and throw somebody at the champion.
But
this is not new. But again, who is a credible threat? Like Asuka should be.
Asuka is the threat to Ronda. Like, the only thing they can do with Ronda that would make me remotely interested, because it's something they haven't done, is Shayna Baszler.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That's
yeah.
the big thing. But I don't think they're going to do
even if they do that, they will not put Shayna it will just be somebody for Ronda the waist.
Yep.
Right? Which is a waste.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't nobody's going to. The only thing that could happen that I think is going to get your interest is a Money in the Bank winner swoops in and gets her at SummerSlam.
Yeah. That's a
like all of a sudden, drops the damn champion. I don't know.
No, Bailey.
Bailey, yeah. You just see there was a tease today.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a tease about her coming back. It was on Twitter.
Yeah, but also even if that happens, theoretically, Ronda's just gonna get the belt right back.
Not necessarily. That could be the end of our thing. You don't know.
Yeah.
Do we know how long our contract's for?
No.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, they're not going to tell you because, ideally they don't tell you, so you're not playing this predictor game. Like, oh, she's just going to hold on to the contract.
No, it's not a predictor. It's just I want her to leave. I'm counting down the moments.
Yeah. I got you. I understand. You're. I understand. You pre-hate her. I'm Ronda. There's a lot of really good, legitimate reasons to not like Ronda Rousey. Mm-hmm. Just do the slightest bit of internet search. A lot of legitimate reasons to not like her. Apart from her in-ring work. And again, there's a lot of reasons to like half the people we watch on television. So let's not.
No, Ronda's a special kind of awful.
Yeah, okay.
She's a special kind. But the one thing I really don't want to see, and I'm deathly afraid it's going to happen, is a Ronda Lacey Evans match.
Oh, that's a turn off the TV moment.
Yep, exactly. That's what I don't want to see.
I don't want to diminish if this is the real story that Lacey is
I'm
telling.
not diminishing what Lacey's been through.
But man, I am really not about it. This is not making me give a shit about her.
Especially because the last time we saw her, she was fucking Ric Flair in character.
Between what they've done with her,
that was her story.
Between what they already put her character-wise as being a shitty human being.
Yep. And in real life, she's a shitty human being.
And we're going to come back around and say, oh, I went through a lot of stuff, da-da-da-da-da. But then also, you're telling me this while you're basically wearing lingerie. This doesn't work.
And they're doing it like the pop that she joined the Marines. Spoiler alert, not everyone who joins the armed forces is a good person.
No. Well, that's not about that, man. That's
their desperate attempt to get a pop.
It's not about being. It's about respect for the armed forces.
No,
right?
But Sorg, they put it in there, and they fed in a crowd pop.
Well, I mean, that's just WWE being shitty production, massaging the
but that's
thing.
What they're trying to do. That's how they're.
That's what they always try to do. I didn't think the we won tables chant last night was real.
Oh no, that was real.
I know it was real because they didn't have any
that
tables.
crowd desperately wanted something.
Yeah.
How many rematches and none of them were any different than WrestleMania? Mm-hmm. Why couldn't we have had the Lashley and Omos cage match on?
I'm like, hey, these fans are really loving this show, and I'm also like, I can't believe that either. I like nothing at WWE is believable down to the crowd reactions because they're gonna put shit in to enhance that if it's not working.
Rhode Island. What else is going on?
They're in where? Rhode Island?
Rhode Island. What else is going on?
Is that a place?
Yeah. No. Little Rhodey, biggest little state in the union.
I thought that was
that's the location for Me, Myself, and Irene.
Right. I thought it was a place that they made up, like Sherman, Illinois.
No, Shermer's real. Rhode Island is real.
Life is fake, wrestling's real. Got you. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways,
Dagobah is real.
End bit. So what the hell do we have next, Mike?
Well, we're gonna see Lashley versus Omos in a cage next week.
Yay!
Alexa Bliss came back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Alexa
Okay.
Bliss came back, and Sonya Deville is no longer a WWE official. Her WWE official contract got terminated, so now she's strictly back to being a wrestler.
Cool.
So that's good. Oh, Kevin Owens. My God.
Oh, you have my attention. You have my attention.
All right, so Kevin Owens and the Alpha Academy
Mhm.
are the new wave of Kurt, Edge, and Christian.
Fantastic.
They truly are. They had a backstage skit where Chad Gable was talking about chromosomes and everything and said the cup they stole from Ezekiel last week, they sent to the DNA company.
Insert DNA sponsor here.
No, like he literally just said the DNA company, and
Yeah.
Owens is like the DNA company, or the DNA lab. Like
TDC.
they're fucking brilliant. And then Kevin Owens said that he had a special opponent for Ezekiel tonight, his older brother Ken Owens. And Kevin Owens came out with a shitty wig that looked like the wig from the SNL bit where Adam Sandler was married to Chris Farley.
Oh my. Yes.
And he put powder in his beard to make it look gray.
Holy shit.
Oh, Sorg, it's fucking wonderful. Like, oh god, it's so good. Oh, and this is for all the Chad the Shads in the house, if he's listening. Edge cut his hair, so expect Chad to cut his hair very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a fun fact that I realized: Edge, Rhea Ripley, and Damian Priest now all have the same hairstyle. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
I had a Damian Priest moment. I was looking at the YouTube, and it's for whatever period, and there's an old Damian Priest for Punishment Martinez versus Wardlow match on there that people have been watching, and it landed on 666 when I landed on the studio page on YouTube, and I'm like, oh well, that makes sense. So
That sounds right.
I had a moment for that. So okay, well WWE is going to WWE, and that's fine. That's fine. So
yeah. We had adrenaline in my soul. Cody Rhodes is going for gold. He had a U.S. title match tonight.
Oh, how'd that go?
How you think? It was interrupted by Seth Rollins.
What?
Yeah, I know, right?
Actually, I tuned in right as they were on the desk lamenting whatever Seth Rollins had just done. I'm like, oh my God, did he kill Cody Rhodes? And then this is the one time I didn't get one of the multiple replays throughout the night of something that happened, right? It
Well,
was just
Sorg,
like,
I don't know if you heard this, but adrenaline in my soul. You cannot kill Cody Rhodes.
I do enjoy that.
That's what I've heard.
Theme song singing has come along with that song.
Mhm.
So I appreciate that. They're getting
It's so easy to make up the second half of the lyric.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
Because
so
I never
easy
pay
to make
attention
it
to it.
anything.
All I know is the lights go down.
Jen Carlos tried to correct me. I'm like, no, Jen, this is a bit. By the way,
Don't fuck with our bits.
last night's entry was adrenaline in my soul, curtain jerking Cody Rhodes.
Jeez.
That was last night's. Just so everyone's up to date.
Jim Ellermeyer of Fishing Without Bait was in, and we know Jim has a lot of ink up the arms and everything. He's got that thing across the chest, and I was starting to watch Backlash. I was just watching it before they came in to do recording, and he saw Cody's neck tattoo, and he's like, "I bet that one hurt." And I'm like, "Yeah, that was an interesting life decision." But hey, okay, sell the shirts, I guess.
I'm telling you, when that turtleneck comes out in the fall, where you roll up the turtleneck and the tattoo's going to be right there, it's going to be a hot seller.
It is. So, like I said, I didn't finish. God, I kept falling asleep during Under Siege last night, and it was because of my weekend. It was a little more strenuous than I had expected. But I mean, the stuff looked good on there. The speedball match on the pre-show was pretty fantastic. It was a three-way with him, Jeez, I can't remember who the other guys were. All I know is Speedball is, so you know it was great. So, I mean, I'm sure you didn't get a chance to watch it either, Mike. But no.
I was busy watching the hockey.
You have it's hockey season, so you can't sacrifice your time for Impact Wrestling at this point. You've had your high point with Impact Wrestling.
I got to see the last match of potentially the greatest women's tag team of all time.
There you go. There you go.
Potentially, you know.
Potentially, I would say at the moment Tell me a team that's better than the Iconics. Iconics.
I'm not gonna say better. I'm gonna say comparable.
Okay.
Boss and Hug Connection. Whether face or heel. Heel Bailey and Sasha pretty much owned the Thunderdome era.
Yeah.
They're both champs.
I guess.
They're champs, Sorg. And Bailey would just criticize Michael Cole loudly while he was doing commentary.
Yeah.
I miss Bailey. Is what I'm really driving at. Is I miss Bailey. Yeah.
So I got a message earlier last week, said, hey, I have the show, this Erie show, confirmed for you and stuff. And I was like, well, I can send in our videographer, Revenge Pro. We can take care of that if I'm really needed somewhere. And I get this message of for this company called No Peace Underground. Mike, I looked up No Peace Underground. And while you're at it, go look up No Peace Underground on YouTube, please.
No Peace Underground. Okay.
Yes. Yes, and I believe they're out in Orlando. They do shows around the country. I believe partnering with other things. And I'm looking at the.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
I'm not going to show anything here on the show. Yeah.
I haven't even clicked the video yet. The first screen capture I see is skewers sticking out of someone's head.
Oh, I saw some skewers this weekend. So
yeah.
They were partnered with Ruthless Pro Wrestling up in Detroit. Also, I guess co-promoted also with Circle 6, which is a new promotion that's propped up. They've had about 2 shows, one out in L.A. and one in Cleveland, I believe. I got to meet the promoter for Circle. Actually, work a lot with the promoter for Circle 6. So it was really cool to work with him, interface with him, with everything going on. Especially since it was a last-minute show. Well, it wasn't a last-minute show. It was last-minute. I got confirmation Thursday night, Mike, and I had a call with this gentleman on Friday morning, and got most of the information I needed. But again, this is wrestling shows. Shit happens. I don't know why there was no production before me, or what happened to them, or whatever. But anyways, so let's. This was 10 matches, Mike. But by the way, I had a blast at this thing. Like generally, with everything I'm about to say is I had a blast at this thing. It was wonderful. Oh, Mike, actually, before we get into it, I had a blast.
Tina's saying that you didn't see enough blood last weekend.
Oh,
so you had to,
we'll get to that. No. Don't get ahead of me, Mike. We'll get to that. But first, I want to talk about how I got a present.
Oh, boy.
I don't even know where this came from, but it was sitting by my equipment. And I was like, is this yours? And he says, no, you can keep that. So there you go.
So you have a new Kabuki stick.
It's a mini Kabuki stick. So the first time I saw these was the Anarchy championship match back in January.
Oh yeah, that is a lot shorter.
Yeah. So wait, for comparison, here's the original Kabuki stick. All right, there's the handles, and I can't get them all on frame, but you see how much shorter it is.
That's what she said.
Hey yo, can't get my Kabuki in the frame. Now I can double Kabuki, like Charlotte Flair last night. But anyways, so I got my Kabuki, my new Kabuki. I really hope that's a term we can still use these days. I should really look that up.
I mean, you can still say kendo stick.
Okay. But
by the way, they make excellent cat toys.
The cat what?
They make excellent cat toys.
The kendo sticks?
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
Yeah, my cat Wolfie loves playing with it.
Let me tell you about the first half of the show. I say half loosely. We had Kevin Blackwood, Alex Shelley. Very nice. Very nice. Matt Cross, Atticus Cogar. Okay, I haven't seen Atticus in a while too, so it was good to see those guys, those fine Kogor boys. Swartzy, who is like, I'm just gonna call him Detroit Xander Gabriel and leave it at that, and against Dominic Garrini. And Mike, I don't know if you're familiar with Dominic.
No, I'm not.
He's a very kind of no shoes UFC fighter kind of guy. I don't know if he's.
Oh, okay, so he's Matt Cross.
I'm
Matt the Terracera.
What?
Never mind. It's a UFC thing.
I say it's Matt Cross? No.
No, I misspoke. He's Matt the Terracera.
Oh yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
He's very good. It's one of those. You know how I love like Gresham matches.
Yeah.
You know, it gets very holdy kind of thing. Like that's why I like Dominic Garrini matches. He's out of I believe he's a trainer for AIW school. Mike, you actually have something in the resources for IWTV. I recommend looking him up and watching a couple of matches, especially at AIW. Okay. That's your assignment. Ricky Shane Page, RSP, you may have seen on AEW Dark taking on Jake something. I believe that was a surprise for Jake to be on there. And I think Jake just left Impact Wrestling, and we've seen him several times down in Conquest. Great guy. Kevin Giza versus Jake Christ. He's the good one, I do believe. I have to say that because I've run into him several times now on shows, and I'm just like, what? Oh yeah, no, he's the good one. Hey, he's the one that actually helped me out a lot when I first did the Impact stuff with them and Rockstar. So, Josh the Goods Woods, that one against Justin Kyle. Justin Kyle was a new guy for me. Was that the one who jumped off the stage? That was the Jake Chris Kevin Giza one. They jumped off, dude. So this venue, it's Harpo's in Detroit, right? This stage was about 7 or 8 feet up off of the ground.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay.
There was, and I loved the entrance. If you watch this thing on IWTV, the show is called Body Camp Battle, and we'll get to why that is in a moment. And as the entrances are being made, by the way, there's no lights on the entranceway, so that's really grating. But everybody walked by this sign that says absolutely no stage diving.
Well,
and
that challenges.
And then what does he do? Stage dives into the ring.
Jesus. Okay.
Fan-fucking-tastic. So that was a lot of fun. Man, and I said, if you stop the show there, I'm cool. This is a great show. Fantastic. Everybody go home happy. But Mike, we escalated quickly after that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. My sheet here says Battle Royal. That is not accurate.
Oh, this was the one we were talking about last week, where it was like they announced a bunch of different guys. It was like a corpse war or something, right?
No, it's Body Count Battle. It is death match Battle Royal.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
Let me run down some of these names. And
hold on. I have a question first. How are you eliminated from a death match?
It's still over the top. It's still an over the top.
It's still over the top. Okay.
It just has.
I wanted to make sure they weren't literally killing people for elimination.
Okay. There's a bunch of people in this. I'm going to only kind of run down with names that I think people would know. I could be wrong. How am I? So Madman Pondo. First of all, excellent. The first indie show I went to was at the Gathering of Juggalos in 2001 in Toledo, and he was on that. So full circle. Filming him. Thunder Kitty was in this. Okay. Mickey Knuckles was in this. I know her from RWA. Boy. You know Mickey Knuckles. You were she was on TNA for a bit.
She was in Impact. Yeah.
Yeah. TJ Meyer, Schwartzy that was in the other thing. Wait, there was another. Oh, anyways, Apollo Star. I feel like Apollo Star should know somewhere. Neil Diamond Cutter. I knew you'd like that one, Mike. The entirety of 440, Atticus, RSP, Gregory Iron. I think there's a fourth one I'm not thinking of. I don't know. There's a lot of people. And Darren McCarthy, Satu Jin, Kevin Giza was back in, Otis Kogar, Josh Crane, MM3. I've seen him a couple times in Detroit and at, I believe, at Premier Wrestling. A really cool guy. I actually got to interview him. And this guy, Remington Roar, Matthew Strasher, and I think Casanova Valentine was, I don't know. Some of these guys I don't know, and there was like a little weird.
Gregory Iron.
What?
Gregory Iron was in it?
Yeah, 440. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm looking up the match results.
So it is Pondo, I think, came out with this thing that was a baseball bat that had a buzz saw on the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I hadn't seen that one before. That
sounds like something you'd put together in Dead Rising 2.
There were knives, there were staple guns, there was glass tubes, there were doors that looked like they hardly broke.
So were they forbidden doors?
No. But I think Mickey Knuckles did get a staple gun, dollar bill, staple gun to her forbidden door, if you will.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there was some stuff. Mm-hmm. It was so this and then later, and then so there's so many people. Everybody's standing. We got our video guys. We have like 4 cameras and 3 video guys on this, and we're trying to keep up with all the action. Sometimes they fight into the crowd. Some, trying to keep up with everybody going over, and then like there's a cloud over the ring, and when you realize that's all the toxic fumes from the light tubes, so which happened several times. So this match happens. We get through that, and then we have all the rest of these matches. There's 3 more matches. And this is about the time so we had 6 matches, Mike, and then we had a 40-minute battle royal death match, and then we went to a 10-minute intermission. Listen, I've said about how I love how fucking insane Detroit wrestling is. The only thing not on this show was fire. Probably because the place was old enough that it would probably burn down from asbestos. But anyways, love Harpo's. The owner was really nice to work with. We had the RPW. I think this is the Rust Belt Championship between Randy West and old friend of the show, Bobby Beverly, who's wearing a cowboy hat now, I think.
Okay.
So they have a death match. Randy West is, and she's somebody we've seen at RWA before she got into this. When there was do you remember there was like a huge, was a Sports Illustrated or Vice or somebody did a big article about death match wrestling. Do you remember this? And I think G-Raver might have been in it, and a bunch of other guys, and then Randy West was in it too. And that's when I've learned that she did deathmatch stuff now. It was several years ago. But so she was part of that. Hoodfoot, who somebody was just talking about Hoodfoot. Who was just telling me about Hoodfoot last night or something? But it took on Pero, and we had Atticus cash in his briefcase for the NP. Oh, that'd be No Pieces championship there. So holy shit. Again. Glass. Glass is getting thrown at my video guys. And by the way, the ringside video guys were RPW's regular guys, so they knew what to expect, I think, for the most part. But they handled everything fantastically, and they're really great. Shout out to Corey and Sean up there with that crew, and also Kyle, who I think almost got thrown in over his head. So
that reminds me real quick. When you were watching Backlash, did you audibly gasp when one of the cameras was just thrown willy-nilly?
I did not see it. And I will not.
Okay.
And I almost got into this on Twitter last night because you guys were tagging me about that stuff, right? Like Bobby Up J-Town was.
Yeah.
And here's my deal. Here's my deal, pal. Is first of all, unless it's something happened to the cameraman, I don't give a shit. Okay, because you're WWE, you got the budget. Listen, if something happens to a camera on my shoot, it's mine or it's rented from somebody.
No, but
I'm fucked.
See, the reason we were tagging, thinking of you, we're like, oh no, someone on the Indies is going to try and do that spot now.
Listen, motherfuckers. You will not touch my equipment. We already had the Psycho Clown incident. Oh, shit, I've never said that out loud, have I? But anyway. Now you know. It's been a couple months.
Yeah.
And I got to film a show with him that he didn't break my equipment, so we're in the clear now. Still never got my you-know-what, though, for it. Anyways, you know. You know, I know you watched the show Psycho Clown, even though your English was sparse. Don't make me send Dombrowski after you. With his AAA contract he just got. Congratulations to Joe Dombrowski. So, and then I'm told somewhere around this, probably around the Bobby Beverly match, and I remember when he broke my camera, Bobby. But dude, that's why I'm told, hey, we're going to take another break after this second match. I'm like, we're coming back for 2 matches, taking a break? What the fuck's going on? He's like, yeah, it's going to take 10 minutes to set up the main event. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing for the main event? I don't know what we're doing for the main event. And it was, I don't know what they called it, but that was the one with the 4 guys in it. Eric Ryan, who by the way, Eric Ryan, who made the T-shirts for the Dutters Air Bike thing that PB Smooth and fucking Derek Direction did. So, small world. JWM, I don't remember his name, Masada and Tommy Vendetta. So that is the picture of the light tubes, like where they tape it to the ropes on 2 sides. Okay? To start. And they set up the tables where maybe, I don't know, one of the matches they set up like the doors on chairs outside and stuff, right? This is the match that won. If you see the one where they're fighting at the bar behind me, that's the one where they went up there. There was a dance floor, by the way, in the middle of this venue that they were fighting on. That was cool. There's a lot of clips of that match. And then the reveal. The tarp comes off, and there's a trampoline. Now, I saw them putting together this trampoline, and I'm like, what are they going to do? They're going to trampoline into the match? What's going on? So, unbeknownst to me, John Wayne Murdoch, thank you, Tina. Tina's our fucking wrestling encyclopedia out there. They reveal the trampoline, and Mike, it's a barbed wire trampoline. So
that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
It was not terribly bouncy. 2 guys got thrown on it. Eric Ryan ended up, winning the damn thing. I'm kind of in shock and not remembering half the spots. What Pondo did to like Mickey Knuckles was like disturbing to me. Some of the stuff, right into the camera, and I'm like, I gotta get the shot. It's like, you're kind of wincing while you're getting the fucking shot of the close-up kind of thing. Meanwhile, after all week hearing from my wife, who stayed up to 3 in the morning to watch Defy Wrestling on Pluto to be a supportive wife and let me know that the stream was okay, but let me know about how she was not happy to have watched the bloodfest of Tom Lawler and Moxley last week.
Oh, yeah.
Gets to view the stream on IWTV for quality control and sound. And just the wincing and the looks and the oh my gods as I look over at her. Because I'll see something happen, and I know she's not going to see it for a minute to a minute and a half later. And she's not looking up to see what's happening, right? It's right. We're a good distance. Plus, toxic fume haze in the air. There were children ringside, Mike. I forgot what show I was just. I think Defy. Defy is 18 plus. Because they said something about checking IDs. I'm like, IDs? What are we doing with IDs? They're like, oh, this is an 18 plus show. We don't let kids in this thing. I was like, okay. Meanwhile, in Detroit, because it's fucking Detroit, there's a fucking 8-year-old right there on the shot. A young girl on the entrance. Wow.
I want to know the conversations that happened after that show. I want to know how do you respond to Daddy? Why did the bad man staple money to that lady's private parts?
Well,
I want to know. I want to know where that conversation goes.
And I'm not. This is like RWA, where we have the 8-year-olds like flipping off Super Hentai, on his first show. Like that, it's that kind of vibe, except more sharp objects. And there's no distance, by the way, to the front row. Like, there was no distance to the front row. Like, I looked at that. I looked at the guy that was, like, 6 feet tall. I was going to be doing the one camera. I'm like, yo, this row's going to be really pissed at you. He's like, yeah, fuck him. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. You didn't set it up. So, also, I want to give hot props to, I wrote down everybody's names so I can remember people's shit. Travis and P-Pod, by the way, they were our commentators that were cracking me up all night. They were really fun to work with, and I really appreciated their work all night long. But again, listen, if you happen to have IWTV, I mean, at this point when we're getting like so many subscriptions, why the fuck not these days? Check this out. If you're not down for the death match, I highly recommend the first half of the show, or I guess technically time-wise the first third of the show. It clocked in at 3.5 hours when I looked at the replay. I'm sure they cut out the intermissions. But anyways, yeah, that was an experience. And I'm going to go check the equipment for glass before we use it for Warrior Wrestling later this month. And I'm really worried about the lenses, to be quite honest, because there's glass coming at the lens. Like, woof, and I'm like, woof, that's not great. And by the way, I was like, listen, you know what this thing is. Like, the person that hired me, I was like, you know what your equipment's going to be near. You know what this show is, right? And he's like, yep, we're doing it. I'm like, fucking right, okay. I'm just making sure because I don't want to fucking hear it when I get like a fucking barbed wire bat to one of your cameras. So it was an experience. Like I said, everybody was pretty great to work with up there, and that is something we did. So No Peace Underground, Ruthless Pro Wrestling, Body Count Battle was the show. It's up on IWTV now with your subscription, or I don't even know if they fucking do trials anymore. I think I got an email that they killed it. I don't know why I got an email. I don't have anything on IWTV, but somehow I got on the list. I think I got grandfathered in. I don't know. Maybe I do have stuff on there. I don't know at this point. I got one show at least.
Everyone has everything everywhere, Sorg.
It's kind of the thing right now, right? Fucking, I saw
there are no more forbidden doors. All the doors are bidden.
I saw it was somebody pointing out, maybe it's Alex Cars or no, somebody though. Rob did that one of our clips from Wardlow from like Meadville or something ended up on What Culture with our big logo on it. It was like, oh,
yeah, it sounds right.
Sounds right.
Sounds accurate.
There was something about stolen finishers or something like that. So. It was really interesting. But anyways, yeah, it was really weird.
So we're gonna sue What Culture?
No, we're not gonna sue What Culture.
Wrongful use of
no,
footage.
I mean, I don't care. Our logo's on it, and they get more hits than I probably do. So what culture? Anyways,
yeah, exactly.
Is this the time, Mike? Is this the time? When we get all timey-wimey and multiversy?
Oh, I think it is. I was gonna talk about watching the Cody Rhodes Stone Cold thing, but no, fuck it.
We can do that tomorrow.
Let's do this. Yeah.
We got our friend, new friend.
Adrenaline in my soul. Spoiler alert for Doctor Strange.
Spoiler alert! This is your spoiler alert warning. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Alert.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Okay. So, anyways, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
Holy shit, Sorg.
That was a lot of stuff. You know,
blue spaghetti everywhere.
You know what I love about this thing? It brought in the thing that entertains and infuriates me about Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
Right? Same thing, right?
I was getting massive X-Force vibes.
Oh, these guys! Oh, wow! This is really important. What a reveal! The audience is applauding that Jim is Reed Richards. We told you spoilers.
Yeah.
You know, oh my God! They gave him the Patrick
It's
Stewart's...
funny because he already played Agent Wu from Ant-Man.
I know, right? It's like it's not his first Marvel movie at all.
Could you imagine, Sorg? Could you imagine if they actually got him to play Reed Richards now too?
Which I will.
Yeah,
that'd be great. That'd be freaking great.
Oh my God, I would lose my mind. Would lose my mind because that'd be taking an Office gimmick and putting it in the MCU as real.
I
canon.
can see them do it. I can really see them do it.
I would lose my shit.
So, no, so that thing where we can reveal all this stuff and give all the fan service we freaking want to, because in the end, just like when we do time stuff, it doesn't matter, Mike, because
it makes so much sense why they revealed Patrick Stewart in the first trailer.
We've already established that we can have 3 Peter Parkers that look completely different by 3 different actors. That's how the multiverse works.
But J. Jonah Jameson,
same guy. Same
Same
right?
guy.
Okay. So we're there.
Just different hair.
Yes. So we know this rule of the. So you can say, "Oh man, Reed Richards," and they can completely do a Fantastic Four and not have the same guy. And
completely.
It's fine at this point,
or
right?
They could have him.
They could. They absolutely could. And same with Patrick Stewart. And by the way, the little bit of having the 90s X-Men theme song tune. I was just like,
when I tell you I squeed like a little girl. We
had I love the Captain Marvel reference because that was Rambo. That was Captain
that was
Marvel.
Maria Rambeau.
Yes.
Yeah.
So pulling that around, I would like to say the bringing justice to Black Bolt.
Yeah. Oh shit.
By the way,
that one was the big shock for me.
Having him
that
in
one
general,
was the big shock,
or the way he went.
No,
because the way
not
he
only
went,
that was just him in general.
Because the way he,
but the fact that they actually got the guy from the Inhuman show. That was a shock.
Okay, I didn't know that was the same guy. I was wondering about
same guy.
I meant to look it up.
It was the same guy.
Fantastic.
That was the first thing I looked up after I was done with the show. I'm like, is that the same guy? And I'm like, wow, they really went there. Okay.
So this also establishes if all these people come over, don't expect any of the X-Men from the movies you've watched, right? We've already established that.
Oh no, we absolutely can.
We can, but
we absolutely can expect because Sorg. Here's my thought.
Wait, we can, but we don't have to.
But Sorg, here's my thought of this. Okay, and I'm speculating. I'm wildly speculating on this. Disney Plus next year is coming out with X-Men 97.
Oh shit.
I think the universe that we were in is the X-Men 97 universe.
No.
Why not?
Did you see that city?
Sorg, I'm talking years in the future.
Okay.
I'm talking years in the future. Because that universe did have Spider-Man. It did have Doctor Strange.
Which one
It did have Avengers. Like, they all cameoed on that show.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It would surprise you, but also they don't have to.
They don't have to.
You know what shocked me? I was shocked that nothing in this movie tied into What If.
Excuse me?
You had characters.
Excuse me?
No.
Baking powder?
You had characters. You had the big eye guy, but nothing confirms that you were in the same universe of any of What If.
I don't know if I agree on that.
What do you think? Because of Carter?
No. Captain Carter, will exist in multiple iterations of the multiverse. But I think Sinister Strange was that Doctor Strange from What If.
I don't think he was. I have to go back and watch it. I would say unconfirmed, but I don't think
unconfirmed,
so.
But
because we've also established that multiple Doctor Stranges kind of shit the bed. So
pretty much all of them do.
Yes. Like that idea, right? So I think it's just another.
And plus,
one.
We don't know what world Captain Carter went back to. Captain Carter went back to a world that we just saw a glimpse of at the end.
Mm-hmm.
That could be that universe.
Mm-hmm.
It could be. And there could be only one Captain Carter in the multiverse and she just got murked. Who knows?
Who knows? But yes, we know there's at least 70 some of them. Also, the cinematic universe being established as 616 feels a little off because I thought it was established as a different universe than the comic books.
All right, so I actually looked this up. It was established in the comics as Earth 1999999
For the cinematics.
Because it was a joke that Kevin Feige made when he said that's how many movies we're going to make. So it was never like a real thought out thing. So now they're just like, okay, MCU is 616. But to be fair, we already knew that.
Well, I thought the comics were 616.
No, we already knew that the MCU was 616 because of Loki. When Loki did his film study on Loki in the TVA, if you scroll really quick on the reel that he was watching, there's a 616 on there.
So
when he was watching the life of Loki, all the way up until Thanos.
So what is the primary timeline on Marvel Comics?
They're just not connected.
So there's just so we're just saying this doesn't actually. This is not a multiverse of Marvel Comics. This is its own set of multiverses, separate and aside from the comics.
Yeah, and plus,
okay,
that's also just the designation that they came up with. That, you know, like
okay.
How many universes have they discovered where they're already in the 600s and the 800s?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
okay. So basically,
Tina, we're getting there. We're getting there, Tina. just slow your fucking roll, Miss. I saw it this afternoon.
Hold on. I haven't gone to her chat.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm not refreshing.
Tina needs to slow her roll for a second. We're getting there.
So there's that bit.
Also, Sorg, I don't know if you picked up on this one thing. When Xavier helped to free Strange,
mm-hmm.
he said the same thing that old Charles Xavier said to young Charles Xavier in Days of Future Past. Like when McAvoy was walking and on the pills and everything and preventing him from using his abilities,
mm-hmm.
It was something like, just because we stumble and lose our way doesn't mean we can't get up.
Yeah.
He said the same thing in Days of Future Past.
I think
I was the only person in the theater. I was like, oh, they did the thing. They did the thing where he said the thing to the other thing.
But, yeah. I also enjoyed constant reminders that this was a Sam Raimi film. The first is when Bruce Campbell shows up, and it was like, oh, right, this is a Sam Raimi film.
I still want him to be Mysterio.
I know, right?
I still want him to be Mysterio.
He still could
just as a little fun thing.
Mm-hmm.
Either that, or they should have had him beat Thanos.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And also to the
just
point
imagine that
the ghost demons that come out cackled and just felt very. And this was a movie with a Book of the Dead.
Yep.
There's just so much Evil Dead in this thing. That's just like, oh, of course this is a Sam Raimi movie. No, of course not. The horror movie overtones, overtones were fantastic.
Oh, they're overtones.
They were very overtones. Yeah.
They're overtones.
Yeah. Sam Raimi doesn't do anything subtle, and I don't know if he's in there, and I just missed him. The only thing I missed was Sam Raimi's brother having a cameo.
Oh, I'm sure he's in it somewhere.
I'm sure he was like a background character somewhere that I just missed. But anyways, the Scarlet Witch arc was amazing. I thought we were going to see White Vision in this thing, perhaps, but we didn't get to see that. Man, I was just waiting for I'm sitting there thinking, like, how do we spin the idea of no more mutants given her powers and how we've established her as basically the most powerful freaking Avenger, right? At this point.
I don't know if we're gonna get a No More Mutants.
No, we won't get. I don't think we will. But I wondered if there would have been like a spin on it, like a No More.
Well, we did get No More Darkholme, basically.
we did get a more Darkhold. So Darkhold. Darkhold is somebody else.
Yes,
So,
that's something different.
And also seeing the Darkhold, because I loved when it popped up in WandaVision, because it was a nice little thing for all of us that watched through all of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because that was a big factor in that, especially the Ghost Rider season, right?
Yeah.
So
and I wonder if now that there's no more Darkhold, if Agatha is freed from her spell.
I don't know how that works. Maybe that'd be a good way to wrangle her out to do whatever they do with it.
Well, yeah, because she's gonna have her own series. So.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Agatha, House of Harkness.
That's
there
right.
We go.
That's right. Okay. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and also random ram guy, cow guy, bull guy, whatever he was.
Oh yeah. I love that we can just throw him in there. No backstory. It's like, no, this guy's in Camartage now.
Yeah, I mean, and even America Chavez barely had a backstory too. Hey, she's we ran in. I feel like we just it was like we picked up a comic book mid storyline and we're like, why the fuck are these people here?
She was a little bit of a plot device.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely,
a little bit.
Absolutely,
she did. I think she did a good job. I'm excited to see what else we do with America Chavez in the future. If she I can't imagine she doesn't show up in Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that there's not a world where that doesn't happen. Or She-Hulk. I can't imagine, because now she's in the MCU proper, so she can show up pretty much anywhere.
I'm looking up because I don't know much about her. I know I've seen I've seen her in things she's got her own.
She's part of the Young Avengers, basically.
That's it. That's probably where I've seen her on.
Yeah, pretty much. I saw a tweet over the weekend that was like, "Oh, I don't like this Phase 4. Marvel's not building it." I'm like, there's been a Young Avenger in pretty much every thing in Phase 4 that's come out.
Just because it doesn't make sense yet doesn't mean that it won't. It's like wrestling. Just because the storyline doesn't make sense yet doesn't mean it's not going to come around.
Okay. Let's not give.
Hold on a second.
Let's not give Kevin Feige the
Battle
wrestling.
Royal. Neil Diamond Cutter.
Yeah.
Case closed.
Yeah. But no, there's been a Young Avenger in pretty much everything that's come out, and there's been talk of multiverses and incursions. And that's only going to increase because we got Secret Wars coming up. And we have Quantumania coming up. Those are fairly soon, relatively speaking. And yeah, and plus Loki Season 2 is coming out soon too. So
yeah,
there's going to be a lot of stuff happening.
Also nice because now we have I thought maybe that would have crossed over a little bit, right? Especially since some of the stuff around the Illuminati stuff looked like the TVA, down to the handcuffs. So I thought.
Well, there was a brief glimpse when they're traveling through dimensions of the Living Tribunal.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. When they were traveling through dimensions, there was a brief glimpse of the Living Tribunal, and also in Loki, there's a statue broken off of the Living Tribunal. So I think we're eventually going to get there. I don't know how we're going to get there. I don't know where we're going to get there from. It might even be in Guardians. I could see that. I could see it being in Guardians. I could see it being in Loki Season 2. It could be in Quantumania. Who knows?
So much happening. Quantumania, I forgot that's a thing too. By the way, that we're completely just going wild with these titles of Multiverse of Madness, Quantumania, Love and Thunder. I love they're just Marvel's fuck it, let's have fun right now. We've set up so much. We've done the dark shit. Then we got really dark again with Mr. Strange. And it just we're just fucking going there. And Doctor Strange is what the fuck? I don't even know who the fuck Charlize Theron was at the end of the movie.
Clea!
Is that
it?
What is she?
Oh.
I have no idea.
Sorg.
We're really digging on some characters.
She's the, is it daughter or niece I believe she's the daughter of Dormammu.
What?
But
Oh,
she's also Strange's wife
no.
in certain iterations. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
I'm just getting confirmation.
I
make sure
feel like I think I said earlier with the trailer, there's a part where they kind of come to the door when they're coming to the Book of Light thing in the trailer, and I thought it felt very Doctor Who to me, and I think that followed through.
Oh, she is the niece of Dormammu.
The niece of Dormammu. And Dormammu is the thing that he fought at the end of the first.
Yeah, he came to bargain.
Yes, he came to bargain. Yes,
he came to bargain
because we were timey-wimey. So it is interesting. So,
and we got Charlize fucking Theron in the MCU now.
Mm-hmm.
How can anyone be angry about that?
No, absolutely not.
We're just lifting the best people from the Fast and Furious franchise at this point.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, who's missing? The Rock isn't in the MCU because he's got his.
No, because he's got Black Adam. That's
all right. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
What? What you got? You worried about Black Adam?
Black Adam is not an anti-hero. He's a villain. He's a straight-up villain that repeatedly tries to murder a child.
That is true. That is.
It's not wrong.
It's his origin, isn't it? Right?
His origin isn't an anti-hero origin either. The Rock just doesn't want to get booed in the movies.
Okay. I don't think he.
Name one time The Rock has played a straight-up villain in a movie.
Scorpion King?
Nope.
Well, he was in the original, like when we first saw him, and they were like,
yeah,
hey.
but they played him up that he was a good king that got like a curse put on.
Oh, either way. Well, on that note, we've gone on.
I just want to see The Rock fight John Cena.
Was there anything? Yes, right.
That's all I want to see.
Was there anything else, Doctor Strange, that we need to cover? Because I mean, there was a lot, but
there's a lot.
It was fantastic. Yeah, fantastic.
I loved the reanimated zombie Strange.
That's when it got real Evil Dead vibes. Like
that just and by the way, we haven't really given credit. Elizabeth Olsen fucking carried that movie.
Oh fuck yeah.
She was killer.
Mm-hmm.
And Sorg, did you see the tweet? Well, I guess we know that's why it's called MOM.
Oof. Ooh.
They released it Mother's Day weekend, Sorg. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing with this.
Oh wow! You created your children with magic, isn't that what all moms do?
But you know what's really funny?
That was my favorite line.
All right,
you heard me, right?
No.
You created your children with magic, and she's like,
"Oh yeah,
isn't that what all mothers do?"
Sorg, I have a question.
Wow.
I have a question. Who's the worst mother in the MCU? The Scarlet Witch or Moon Knight's mom? Because they're both pretty bad.
Wait, what was Moon Knight's mom?
Oh, did you not finish Moon Knight?
I did finish Moon Knight, but there was a listen.
Where she blamed
scarred.
Mark Spector for the death of her other son.
Oh fuck yeah!
And then beat him to the point where he had to create a third hitman personality named Jake Lockley.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty fucking bad.
That is also. I love that the god that oversees Moon Knight is the voice of the guy that was the writer on Raven's Banquet, Mythic Quest. So it's like I'm like, why does this guy sound familiar? And I looked him up. I'm like, oh fuck! I showed message. Like what? So, he is not returning for season 3, by the way, of Mythic Quest.
That's unfortunate.
Because he's busy voicing a Marvel. Because he's MCU, baby.
He's a god.
Goodbye, Apple TV Plus. I got some Disney money. Oh shit.
And Sorg,
Sorg,
do you know what we have in just a few weeks?
the right answer is both Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel, isn't it?
Hello there.
That
I don't
was
know
for
when Miss
Obi-Wan.
Marvel starts.
I think it's June.
Because
that Obi-Wan's gonna pass fast.
Hello there.
Because it's like it's like 6 episodes, and they're gonna drop like 2 to begin with, aren't they? So
June 8th.
Hmm.
June 8th. Yeah, so
And-
they're about a week apart or so from each other because Obi-Wan is dropping the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Because they want to compete with Stranger Things. And I'm sorry. I'm
What?
competing. If I'm at a crossroads between 11 and hello there, I'm going with Obi-Wan. I'm going with old Ben.
Stranger Things is going to drop the whole thing again, aren't they? So
Stranger Things, I would assume.
Okay.
Although I don't know, Netflix has been doing like not a staggered release, but like a bunch release.
I do.
For certain
They'll
things?
do. I know on the cartoons they'll do like I know this is Voltron and She-Ra and the new
Masters.
He-Man. Both of the He-Man shows. They'll do like
4 at a time.
No, they were doing like 8 at a time.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
hold on. let me
like for
see
the
if,
cartoons like that, like they did 5 for the Masters He-Man Revelations because of there was only 10 episodes, but like She-Ra, Voltron, and the new He-Man, the CG He-Man, like they usually do 8 at a time. Sometimes they were doing 12 early on with She-Ra and Voltron.
Oh, okay. Sorg,
but-
Volume 1 will drop on May 27th, along with Hello There, and Volume 2
Yes.
is going to drop on
And
July 1st.
This is the first time they split Stranger Things.
Yeah,
So
but they're doing the end of the season for 4th of July weekend, so that
Makes
makes
sense.
sense.
Makes sense. I'll fit that in between going to the furry convention. So, guys, the furry convention. By the way, the furry convention is happening the same weekend as Enjoy Wrestling.
Oh my God! I
pointed that out, and I was like,
I smell the fuck of a crossover.
you
should get the furry people to sponsor Enjoy Wrestling.
I'm gonna have to put a block on my bookings for the 4th of July weekend because I have to see the furries. I'm gonna have to see furries at wrestling. I'm going to have to see.
Sorg, you need to hand out flyers of Enjoy Wrestling at the furry con.
Well, I don't. What? I don't
You
trust
need
me.
to
No. I think they already have that covered, and I don't work for Enjoy Wrestling, so
No, but Sorg, don't you want the best possible experience there?
Listen, all you have to do. It's already been put out on Twitter. It's going to happen.
Okay.
You know it's going to happen. I don't
Sorg,
know.
I have a question. What would Obi-Wan's fursona be?
I'm thinking like one of those fox things.
I'm thinking like what are
I'm
those
picturing it.
animals that pop up out of the sand and just are like, hello there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like in the
Are you thinking
desert.
meerkats?
Maybe.
Like Timon and Pumbaa?
Yeah. No, prairie dogs.
Prairie dogs.
He'd be Prairie Dog Kenobi. Prairie Dog. Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Fuck on that note, let's get out of here. It's way too late and I still get to edit all this shit. We'll see you guys next time. Tomorrow we have a guest of some sort.
Maybe he means Old Prairie?
We'll see you guys tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, all the places. Until then, stay tuned for Silk Stockings. Mayhem out. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.